What a king. What a king. What a king.
Oh,
what a
that's
king.
a big crowd out there. I tell you what, the cars are stretched. They say 25 miles. Now, will the press report it
They
today?
say
The New York
500
Times
miles,
showed a
folks.
picture of the seats being put
25
down.
miles.
500
And
miles.
nobody was
I
here
don't
because I
think
think
so.
the picture was taken yesterday. The cars, they just said they've never seen anything like it. It's a great honor to be with you. And I love Arizona. We had a tremendous victory in Arizona that was taken away. I just want to wish everybody a happy new year. And we're going to have, I think, a great year. Last year, we had a rigged election, and the proof is all over the place. We have a lot of proof, and they know it's proof. They always talk about the big lie. They're the big lie.
Yeah,
But the
get 'em.
fake
They're the big
news and the
lie.
mainstream media refused, and they refused to talk about it. They continue to refuse to talk about it. They say, while it is unsubstantiated,
You're
and the
crazy.
big lie.
What Trump say?
The
the
big
election was stolen
lie.
in
The
10
big
minutes?
lie is a lot
Yeah,
of bullshit. That's what
Bro,
it is.
Oh, he's a bullshit. Oh, he's
They're in
uncensored.
the pocket of the radical left Democrats, the same people.
Bro, mods can't even fucking make up
Destroying our
predictions
country.
before Trump
And you
spoils
have
it.
no doubt about it. We've had more problems, we've had more destruction, I think, than 5 presidents put together in the last year. On top of it all, people are being persecuted for using freedom of speech, talk about the corrupt election, but
What is this?
more and more information is coming out, and it's coming out
What is this camera?
far worse than anyone ever thought it could be. And it would be a lot easier for me to go out and enjoy my life and say, you know what? We did great. You know, I ran twice, and we won twice, and we did better the second time. We did much better the second time, you know, that 12 million more votes. I always say we ran it twice, but we did a hell of a lot better the second time. This crowd is a massive symbol of what took place, because the people are hungry for the truth. They want their country back. They want their country back.
He's right.
Between the open borders and the bad elections, and we were always thought of,
Donald Trump is, Joe Biden has literally deported more people than Trump at this point.
we're a laughing stock all over the
Straight up.
many reasons, for many reasons. 2020,
Joe Biden is quite literally using the Donald Trump,
despite so far being
Donald Trump Title 42,
for our country, is going to be a
provision
big
to
one
expel,
for the people
purge
of this
asylum
great
seekers.
state. I love this state. I love this state. Great state of Arizona. Remember, Joe Biden used to say a lot, it's wonderful to be in, let's see, where the hell
Oh my
are we?
God, this guy's like,
We're in Iowa. No, you're Idaho. No, it's Iowa, isn't it? No, we've never done that. We've never even come close. We don't want to do that. That's one of those deals. You do that, it's over. I don't care how well you speak. You do that, it's over. And they did it plenty. But we're going to fire the radical Democrat senator that do nothing on borders, Mark Kelly, and we're
prediction
going
up.
to elect an incredible person. Carrie Lake, I'll tell you, she is incredible. She's been with us from the beginning on the election fraud and everything else, and she's going to be your next governor. And we're going to end Nancy Pelosi, crazy Nancy's crooked political career once and for all. Where is Carrie? Where is Carrie? Carrie, come up here, Carrie. Come up. Let's go. Come on up. Come on up. Proud of her.
there's a weird ringing noise.
Get out and vote. Make sure it's not a rigged vote, please. Come, please say.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. Is this the greatest president we've ever known? Arizona loves you. And I predict at the end of 2028, when you leave office, second term, the whole country's going to love you. They're going to figure it out.
No shot. I mean,
They're
yeah,
just
he's
afraid of
winning,
him.
but like the country is going to be fucking livid
This country was founded
if it's
upon.
still around.
And if our founding fathers were here today, They would be Trump Republicans.
No, they wouldn't.
I can see it right now, Mr.
They'd be
President.
trying to figure
George
out what that
Washington
noise is, because
crossing the Delaware.
No, they would be like, why are there black people in the crowd? Why are they literally in the crowd and cheering?
Roosevelt would have his
That's what they
Make
would say
America
because they were slave owners.
We love you. We're so thankful that you're here in Arizona.
Then they would
And
say,
when
why
we're
is this
elected, we will
swarthy
always
German
shoot
actually,
beautiful
running for president? He is not a white Anglo-Saxon. You know, get the fuck out of here. He's not even French, which we will allow. But German? Ew.
Great. So what a job she's done as a politician. For 22 years, she was your anchor. She was your highest rated anchor, by the way, and people
Dude, I
loved
love
her,
that.
And she said she just couldn't
Bro,
stand
I
watching
bet,
it
actually,
anymore. And thank you very much, Gary. Great job.
Actually, I bet she will do better than fucking Martha McSally.
Not so good. But few could have
It's already too
imagined
hard
that
to
it
be
would
fucking worse than her.
Such a disaster for this country, what they've done. Inflation is the worst it's been in 40 years. Gas prices are up 50%. The grocery shelves, the department store shelves, they're empty. You had an excuse not to buy Christmas gifts. You say to your loved one, darling, I'm sorry, I love you very much, but I just can't. There's no merchandise in Tiffany. I wanted to buy the most beautiful ring, but they don't have any rings anymore. Nobody has anything. We never even heard the term supply chain. You know, if you talk, supply chain is not something that we even talked about, and that's what happened. And it's a very sad thing. The streets of the Democrat-run cities are drenched.
Wait, what does he mean there was no supply chain crisis, dude? Toilet paper, like there was so much. There were so many issues with supply chain in the beginning of COVID. What the fuck's he talking about?
I'm gonna get rid of COVID.
There was no PPE for. Bro, there was literally no protective gear for nurses for like months,
We'll
dude.
set a record, brand new record. Our beautiful, strong southern border from 1 year ago, it was all set, it was all finished, it was beautiful. We had the best numbers we've ever had at the southern border, and that includes drugs coming into our country. We cut it down to a number that nobody thought was possible. And now it's up 7 times more than it was a year ago. Think of it, 7 times more. Our border's been abolished and illegal aliens are pouring into our country by the millions and millions and millions, and we don't even know where the hell they're coming from. We know nothing about it, but you're going to pay a big price. Biden has utterly humiliated our nation on the world stage. Putin is not only threatening Ukraine, I don't know if you've been reading about this, but now he's threatening to go into Cuba and Venezuela. That's a lack of respect, and we never had that problem, did we? There was no problem with Putin and Ukraine. There was no problem with President Xi in Taiwan. China, Russia, and Iran are engaging in aggression and provocations they never would have dared do just 1 year ago. They would never have done any of this. They're toying with us. They're toying with us. That's exactly what's happening. And our woke military leaders, these are not people that are respected by Russia and China and North Korea. Kim Jong-un, he's starting to shoot missiles again. Do you notice? He's starting to shoot the missiles. And look at all the press.
It happens all the time.
And by the way, more importantly, forget them. Look at the people. As far as the eye can see. Look at the people. As far as the eye, forget the cars. Look at the people way back, and I mean like football fields back.
Who gives a shit?
And you know what? I would ask the press to turn your cameras around and show the kind of crowd that we have.
There's no press there except for right side broadcasting and shit.
Like this. Nobody's ever had spirit like
There's no press there except for right side broadcasting and the Hasanabi broadcast. You know what I mean? Like
They don't turn the cameras. They don't want to turn the cameras.
It's amazing how
They
you can
don't
have
want to
so
turn
much
the cameras.
spirit
And frankly,
lose.
they move the cameras into
Joe
a
Biden.
bad location for us. They should have been put way back. They have
Look at all that losing
magnifying
spirit.
lenses. They have lenses that could have handled it. But take a look behind you, press. Take a look, because when they show when they show the kind of numbers that are represented tonight, some of the government people said it's the single biggest crowd they've seen yet. And they're not just talking about Arizona.
All right.
And Right Side has done a great job. Thank you, Right Side, wherever the hell you are. They've done a very good job. No, but when you think, I mean, it's so sad because I say, do me a favor, do us all a favor, show people what's really happening, turn your cameras around, and you could look 100 yards behind the cameras and it's a sea of people.
Okay, he's now done 5 minutes on how many people are here and that the cameras need to turn around to see it. Bro, oh no, he's too old now, bro. He's losing his swag a little bit. This is like old man rambling. More so than usual.
There's 10 million people. Look, far as the eye can see, folks. Everybody's here, folks.
Look, yeah, look towards the north, look towards the west, look towards the east. There are people everywhere.
The entire state of Arizona, folks.
We have the Afghanistan crisis, the worst and most embarrassing moment in the history of the United States. The most embarrassing moment. We have the economy crisis.
Vietnam.
We have and this is really the woke military leadership crisis. When President Xi of China looks and sees what happened in Afghanistan, they don't have fear of us anymore.
The worst thing, believe me,
Respect for us anymore. And you know what? They've taken some of the brand new beautiful equipment that was given, like when we surrendered over there. That was a surrender. And there's another one the press never talks about. Do you hear them ever talking about what happened?
Didn't he want to pull
Not
out
only
of
the 13 soldiers, but the 28 great soldiers that were absolutely so badly wounded with legs.
He got the best of both worlds. He got considered a fucking, peaceful dove for wanting to pull out of Afghanistan and end the endless war. And he got the shit on Joe Biden for doing it wrong, even though Joe Biden was just following his strategy.
Military. $85 billion worth of equipment was handed over to the Taliban. And we had a deal with the Taliban. 18 months, we didn't lose one soldier. I spoke to Abdul. Abdul was the leader. I said, Abdul, you do anything with respect to you kill anybody. We didn't lose one soldier. Think of it. Not one soldier in 18 months. And then we have this fake election, this horrible, disgraceful election. And by the way, a person that comes here, and we're all together, a person that comes here and has crowds that go further than any eye can see. There's nobody that can see the end of this crowd. And has cars that stretch out for 25 miles. That's not somebody that lost an election. And now because of it, our country is being destroyed.
Well, hold on. Elton John can put a crowd that as far as the eye can see, but he didn't win the election. There's a lot of people that can put together fucking crowds.
Thank you.
Nobody can put crowds quite like Donald Trump.
Thank you.
Michael Jackson, crowds as far as the eye can see.
Thank you, Uncle Sam. There's Uncle Sam, everybody. Uncle Sam, thank you.
He loves Uncle Sam.
Our country's being totally destroyed. There's been such destruction. It's not even believable. And you see it every day, practically every day. It's all promises. It's all things that they never had any intention of keeping. What they've done to energy, we were energy independent. What they've done to energy is so bad. And that's causing a big part of the inflation. The mandates are a disaster for this country. It's causing another big part of, when you look at what's happening with the economy, the mandates are just absolutely decimating our economy. And we did a good thing. We have almost 300 federal judges on the bench now during my administration and 3 Supreme Court justices.
And
they're very good people, and they've been doing a good job, and they have some very they did a good decision, a big decision on mandates, but I'll tell you what, they have some big decisions coming up, so we're lucky to have them on the bench. It's no wonder that the Joe Biden approval ratings have now crashed well into the 20s.
What?
That's a low one. And some people say they're actually much below that. How do you do that? The only one lower is Kamala. Kamala's lower.
The 20s?
And the polls show that if an election were held today, we would trounce them so badly in a landslide in every way.
Probably true.
Just as we really did on November 3rd. We trounced them. We trounced them. If we had an honest press, that election would have been much different. On top of all of that, 2 days ago, the Supreme Court rightly declared that Joe Biden's very sinister and malicious, and I don't know what they're doing. They're hurting us so badly, but getting out, well, they might be evil. Yeah, they might be. They're either evil or they're incompetent. But they declared the mandates largely unconstitutional. And by the way, we put those justices there for a reason. And I will say this. The court system and the court decisions that are being made and will be made, it's going to be an incredible victory, in my opinion, for common sense. It's a victory for American freedom. We have to have this victory. If we don't have this victory, if we don't have the right decisions, but we have great, great people. You know, we talk about the 3 justices, but when you get almost 300 judges, federal judges, it's I think you're seeing things a lot differently right now, a lot differently.
I love
what
this.
Biden did and the radical Democrats are doing with their courts of, you take a look at what they've done with the COVID. I call it the China virus. Is that okay if I call it the China virus?
Yes! That's a Turkish...
It's a tyrannical agenda. It's a criminal agenda, what they're doing. They're handling it so badly. And you know, the H1N1, remember Joe used to call it the N1H1. I said no. But the
he's still talking about
H1N1
swine flu,
very,
dog.
very badly. Smaller scale, much smaller scale. Not the same kind of problem. And you know what he's done? I told Fauci as an example, no, I'm going to close it up to China. No, because he wanted it. If you remember, he said no masks. Then he became a radical masker. But Fauci fought like hell to not close it to China, and then admitted that we saved tens of thousands of lives because I closed it in January very early. Then we closed it to Europe. But the problem is, I didn't listen to him, but Biden's made him the big person. He's like the king. Fauci's the king.
Oh my God.
That's Fauci. They want to lock him up.
But with these decisions they're making, they're wrecking and devastating people's lives, firing Americans from their jobs, forcing innocent children to grow up in mess, closing their schools, destroying education, crushing their development, demolishing their futures, locking people into their homes. What they've done over the last year, wreaking havoc on our economy, going mandate.
I love when someone says this is dangerous, bro. Dog, he was the president, okay? And by the way, get ready because he's gonna be the president again. Okay, give me the hat. Give me the fucking hat, dude. Fuck it. Here. Yeah, that's right, baby. Let's go.
What they're doing is incredible. They've taken away their
This is dangerous. At this point, this is the least dangerous, okay? Danger is about to come when he runs again and becomes president again.
Anymore.
Put that on. Put that. We're both fucking K Kona, dude.
Because our country is going to hell. It's a disaster, and it all happened in such a short period of time. You know, they want to knock out the filibuster and get things approved, and it's hanging by a thread.
Lock him up for Italian. Being Italian.
This is the moment the American people must take their lives and future back. We have to do it. We have to be strong. We have to be strong. It's time for the radical Democrats to leave our families alone, leave our elderly alone, leave our children alone with their strong immune system. Leave those beautiful children with that.
Them demon rats, they don't want to leave our children alone.
They have a
That's right. I bet you didn't get vaccinated.
Had COVID.
Yeah, hell no, I didn't.
And by the time we checked in the second time, it was gone. It's called they have a strong system. And to be doing what we're doing with the kids, leave our businesses alone. Leave all of us the hell alone. Tell Joe Biden the Americans' health choices are none of his business. We can make our own choices.
Yeah, except evidently abortions. where they draw the line.
And it hasn't
That's
worked.
not
you know,
healthcare, that's
you take a look
murder.
at New York, what a disaster that's been. You take a look at other states, what a disaster. California has been a total catastrophe. And they were locked down. They were locked down as close as you could be. By the way, how did Cuomo do as governor? Really wonderful job, right? What a wonderful job he did. That guy.
Okay, when you think about it, like, Cuomo did kill a lot of old people in nursing homes, but, like, Donald Trump still killed more, one. And two, what Cuomo got clapped for, like, Donald Trump does on a daily basis. You know what I mean? Like, sweetie pie, you got a nice ass, sugar tits, you know, like, that sort of shit he did on camera, you know? So,
They just start kissing me. It's fantastic.
yeah.
I
then I grab him by
fiercely
the coat.
resisted mandates of any kind and always will. We have to. We have to. They've proven ineffective. So if you really believed in them at the beginning, and I guess we can understand that, but it didn't take long that you would say, no, we're not doing it anymore. My administration invested heavily in all of the above strategies, including therapeutics. You know, we have therapeutics that are so powerful and so good. Some people could
Like
call them cures.
hydroxychloroquine.
The fake news will go crazy when you say that. They don't like hearing that, but they are fantastic. The antibodies and antibody testing, and the testing is such a disaster. Remember that saying, "Where's the test?" We did an incredible job in testing, and we were really there as
What?
in an infancy. Nobody knew anything about it. We figured it out. There's no testing.
I mean, these
There's
guys
no
are like
anything.
anti-testing
You
anyway. They
can't
think
get
testing is
anything,
gay.
and the
Like,
testing
the Florida
was a
Surgeon General,
disaster.
this is
They
why
said
Ron
now,
DeSantis is more
"Can you
swag
imagine
than
if you were a
Donald?"
testing company, and you go up, they said, no.
Because
I
Ron
want
DeSantis, the
$150
Surgeon General,
a
literally
test."
said no testing,
And
just
the government,
vibes.
number
Like,
one, they'll just say whatever you want. They just won't do anything to get the test. These guys are making a fortune. Can you imagine? I want $1,000 a test. And Biden's people say, okay, you've got it. Please get it out fast. We'll
I don't
get
think the
our
crowd
asses
cares
kicked
about the
here.
testing.
We gave Joe Biden every tool he could want, yet he still completely failed. The virus evolved, and his strategy failed to evolve, and it just didn't evolve with the virus.
Notice
He's
how the
incapable
crowd
of
doesn't give a
keeping up.
shit. Like, it got real quiet when he's
Incapable.
talking about testing
They're
because they don't care.
incompetent, actually, aren't they, when you think about it? We're now on the 6th variant. I wonder which one next is coming down of the original virus. And it's
are we
by
doing
far
tonight?
the most
We're going to
transmissible,
China.
and
out
thankfully it's
tonight?
also
Yeah,
the
we're
least
going out.
dangerous.
We're
and
gonna
the
go
least
out because we've
deadly.
got fantastic
And we have to
immune
get back
systems,
our
folks.
lives. We
Okay,
have to
but
bring
for real,
our
are
country
we?
back.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
have to
With
bring our
ladies?
lives back.
Yeah.
But instead
Let's
of
do it.
letting our
I mean, I don't know. You're the one.
and
gonna
letting
go
us
straight, baby.
resume. And that's what we want to
love
do.
that. I'm
gonna go
Our
straight, baby,
normal
tonight.
lives. Biden's trying to bully and intimidate people with his see how angry he gets? You see? Anger!
What?
You've got to listen to me. Listen. Where am I? Where am I? Where the hell am I? Where am I? Oh, I'm not supposed to
Yeah,
be
what's
doing
more
this. It's a
embarrassing is that
disgrace.
guy beat you. That's
It's
what's so
a
embarrassing.
disgrace.
God, you are such a lib,
What?
dude.
No, but it's serious though. You describe him as like a befuddling corpse, but he beat you. That's
Oh,
just
veteran.
true. You
Hello,
lost
veteran.
to that.
Look at
That's what
that.
I'm
He's a
saying.
handsome-looking veteran. We love our veterans, don't we? Wow. We love our veterans.
Wow.
That's very
Wow.
good. Well, we're going to be introducing some of them. Thank you.
Oh, God, he's so American.
Good-looking veteran you are.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, oh boy, I
I
thought
love
somebody
when he
was
goes all
like
by
in trouble
visibility
or
on him.
something.
You know, when he's just like, I'm going
That's
to kiss
great.
all the
Thank you very
boys and
much.
all the girls in the crowd.
But Biden's trying to
shit.
bully and intimidate people with his
terrifying.
ridiculous, unscientific mandates because
Oh,
he and his entire administration
I'm
have
living- I'm
absolutely
reliving up
no
in it. I'm
idea what
feeling
the
it
hell
right
is
now.
happening.
I'm
And Big
radicalizing
Pharma
again.
is making a fortune. Democrats are
fucking dumb
putting
shit.
corporate
God, he's
profits
such a
over the
fucking
rights
dumb
of the
shit.
American people. These corrupt, power-hungry lunatics need to hear us loud and clear. We are done having our lives controlled by politicians and Washington bureaucrats.
Power hungry.
We're done with the
think he's gonna
mandates,
say
including
Obama.
the mandates for frontline healthcare workers,
He
which
might
I
say
think you're
Hillary,
going to
'cause
do
Hillary's
that
been in the
also.
news.
And I know Carrie's going to be involved. Oh, what an improvement. What an improvement she's going to be over your current governor. He's a disaster. Somebody said, oh, he wants to run for the Senate. They came to me. They came to me in Washington. They said, What do you think? I said, he's never going to get my endorsement, I can tell you that. Your governor is not good. Now, Carrie's the one. She's going to be fantastic. Not going to be too long.
No, they know.
Time flies all of a sudden, Carrie. Not going to be too long. But Ducey has been a terrible, terrible representative of your state. And we're done taking lectures on science from a party that tells us that men are women, women are men, and the babies, this is a fact, the babies can be killed even after birth, right? After birth. They used to talk late term.
What?
Now they're talking about
What the fuck?
Governor of Virginia, your former
They're killing
governor of
babies
Virginia.
after birth.
They're taking your children and they're aborting them after birth, folks.
The radical Democrats want to turn the United States into a communist country. If you remember during the campaign, I said it was something that was going to happen if they get elected, which they didn't, but that's okay. By the way, and we did have tremendous success. You ever hear some of the little things where they analyze elections? If you win Ohio and Florida, you always win. We won Ohio and Florida. But if you win Ohio and Florida and Iowa, and we won big, all of them, then 100%. If you win a certain number of states having to do with legislatures and state, we won all of them. Every one of them. There's like 15 of them, different little tests.
Look how big the crowd is. All the beautiful veterans. I want to kiss them.
I know.
But I'll tell you what, Arizona. If you look at 10 o'clock in the evening on election night, you look at Pennsylvania, you look at all of these different states.
I hate this.
We won those elections. We won them big. And and you know what it is? We can't let them get away with it. We just can't. We can't let them get away with it. And I think it's one of the reasons that Carrie, because I watched her in the stump the other day, and I think it's one of the reasons she's doing so well. But I said if they get elected, our country would become a large-scale version of Venezuela, remember? And I didn't really, I said it, and I meant it a little bit. Guess what? It's true. We're becoming a large-scale version of Venezuela, which was a very successful country 20 years ago, and now they have no food. They have no water.
Dude, I'm going to wear a
Everybody's
Gays for
dying.
Trump shirt and
It's
try to
being
sneak
run
into
by
the back of one of these crowds.
Horrible group of killers.
And then I'm just
we have a horrible group. People ask me often.
I'm going to start heckling them in the middle of it. And see
What
if
was
they'll put me back there.
the toughest country? And they're so interested. We've made people very interested in politics, right? Very, very interested. What was the toughest country to deal with? Was it Russia? Sir, could it be China
Yeah,
or
I would
perhaps
probably die.
North
Never
Korea?
mind.
Was it
I won't do
Iran?
that.
I said, no, the toughest country to deal with was the
would
United
definitely
States
get
of
my ass
America.
kicked.
We have some crazy people
They'd murder
where they
me.
create the Russia hoax and all created, all fabricated. And actually the toughest country to deal with is not China or Russia, it's the United States. It's a disgrace. And you notice we don't talk about greatness anymore. We talk about the environment. We talk about COVID, the China virus. We talk about race. We talk about all this. We never talk about greatness anymore. Other countries are talking about their military and their power and their this and their that. We don't talk about greatness anymore as a country. You turn on the news and watch these fakers. They're fakers. You turn on the fake news at night and you watch what they talk about. It's all things that...
Bro, no one watches the news. Like, no one. No one watches the news. If anything, this crowd only watches Fox News. And that's pretty much it. You know what I mean? They're not watching CNN like they used to.
And we are going to change that around. And even in America, we're witnessing cruelties that can be scarcely believed. They can't be believed. The left is now rationing life-saving therapeutics based on race, discriminating against and denigrating, just denigrating white people to determine who lives and who dies. If you're white,
That's fucking
you don't
terrible.
get the vaccine, or if you're white, you don't get therapeutics. It's unbelievable to think this. And nobody wants this. Black people don't want it. White people don't want it. Nobody wants it.
Oh my God, he's watching the
Not
Joe
even
Rogan
believable.
Experience.
You saw this a week ago where it came out. Nobody can even believe it. They don't even talk about it, and they don't want to talk about it because they know it doesn't work very well for them. But the Wall Street Journal described the practice race-based preferential COVID treatments, and that's what it is. You get it based on race. In fact, in New York State, if you're white, you have to go to the back of the line to get medical help. Think of it. If you're white, you go right to the back of the line. This race-based medicine is not only anti-American, it's
what is he talking
government tyranny
about?
in the truest sense of the word. The Supreme Court should intervene, shut down this flagrant civil rights violation immediately. Somebody has to get it to the court immediately.
What?
By now, it should be clear to everyone that today's radical Democrat Party is driven by a mean and vicious spirit of left-wing fascism. This is no longer just socialism. And when Biden got elected, he didn't get elected on what they're doing now to destroy. There was no mandate.
He got elected.
Number one, they lost. But even if they didn't,
never mind.
the margin was so tiny.
He
It was so
always pulls
thin.
it.
It was so thin. They don't have the right to change our country and everything
Debated.
that we stand for. They don't have the right to do that. There's no better example than their ceaseless, relentless, unending campaign of hoaxes and witch hunts. I've gone through so many witch hunts now. I'm a professional witch hunter, beater. Oh, think of it. And then it turns out to be fake.
So he's a
After
witch?
4 years of Russia, Ukraine, the impeachment hoax.
Oh my God, Trump is such a. I'm imagining Trump as a bisexual Wiccan dude. He's a TikToker.
Nobody ever went through anything like he went through.
He's a witch.
And the harassment of my family, which is a wonderful family of people that are great people. They love our country. And it's happening in New York. They're all taking their orders from
I'm gonna
the
run for
Democrats in Washington. But it's happening in New York and beyond. Now the radical Democrats have yet another witch
run
hunt.
for president.
No different than Russia.
By Donald Trump.
The Unselect Committee
run as a
of
Republican.
Political Hacks.
He will destroy you. Oh,
They're Democratic
even then, he will
hacks,
destroy you.
and they're vicious. And every one of them voted to impeach me, every one of them. And then you have Liz Cheney, who's now polling at 16%. And Adam Kinzinger, he's another beautiful, he's a crier. He cries every time you talk to him. Who, by the way, just dropped out of the race because he didn't have the courage to run it. And we just lost Katko, too. He's gone now, too. They're falling fast and furious. The ones that voted to impeach, we're getting rid of them fast. Nancy Pelosi has turned the U.S. House of Representatives into a Stalinist show trial. That's what it is. They just get the Democrats to stick together and just vote, and people get impeached. It's a disgrace. It's a disgrace to our country what's happening. And it takes the meaning out of the word. The Unselect Committee is out of control, secretly and illegally collecting many months' worth of phone records
He says
that you don't even
Stalinist.
know about. It's like, this is like a communist country. Text messages, emails, location data on countless people without notifying them, giving
it's a
them a
cell
chance to
phone.
defend their rights in court. They have no right. And by the way, the people that go before the Unselect Committee, they called me and they said, I've never been treated so horribly in my life. Numerous people have called me. I said, what was it like with these horrible people? They said, it was really bad. I have never been treated that way in my life. And all they want to do, I mean, most of them, I can tell you, they just want to do a good job, but it's a shame. Then they're selecting, leaking all sorts of information to partners in the media. That's what they are. They're partners. Look at all those people up there. They came to your great state. They came to your great state to say that nobody showed up for the rally. Nobody showed up.
Nobody ever says that.
Bunch of phony people, just a very corrupt. You know, the only way you can stop this is if we had an honest media where they would report the truth, and then it would all, the media is a part of it, and the big tech and the whole group of them. But we're going to beat them anyway, because I really believe we have many more people. You know, you can't be a 50-50 partner when you don't have voter ID. They're against voter ID. They want to defund the police. They want to take away your Second Amendment. They want to raise your taxes. All of these things. You're not a 50-50 partner. They cheat on elections. You're not a 50-50 partner. When you look at numbers in California coming in, like in the presidential, I go out You know, you're told you can't win California. Think of it as a Republican. They say you can't win New York, you can't win California, you can't win Illinois. So 3 states, big ones, the biggest, 3 states are gone. So you had to do like we did 4 years ago, 5 years ago. We ran the East Coast, and we did things that people thought were not possible. Then we did it again, and we did it even more beautifully. And that's what happens. We have more people than they do, but they know politics and they know cheating. And the Republicans, I sometimes say, well, would the Republicans ever do what they did?
How did they not get bored of him constantly complaining that he actually won when he didn't lose?
That's
Like,
what
at a certain point, it's like, come on, bro, get better content. Boo, shit on Joe Biden.
The same kind of thing with the ballots, you know, the ballots. They use COVID as another method of cheating. But why aren't the Republicans? Sure, we're proud American citizens. We'd never vote 10 times, you know, et cetera, et cetera. But January 6th has become the Democrat Party's excuse to justify an unprecedented assault on American civil rights and liberties, appalling persecution of political prisoners. What's happening to those people in those jails? What's happening to those people, and why aren't they doing it to Antifa and to Black Lives Matter and to many other left-leaning, to put it mildly, groups? But the blatant abuse of power to harass their political opponents is disgraceful. It's never happened to this extent. What they're doing to people, it's never happened to this extent. We had people trying to burn down our country, including federal buildings and courthouses and Washington, D.C., and the church right opposite the White House, and the White House itself. They stopped them. Secret Service does a great job, but they stopped them. And nothing happens to these people. We must protect our nation
What are
from
you
these
talking about? Hella people got arrested, and they got their fucking asses beat for way less than doing a fucking full-blown insurrection at the Capitol. I don't know why Republicans always say, like, what about Antifa? Why has nothing happened? It's like, what are you talking about? Hella people got arrested. There were people that lost their eyes and shit, you know what I mean? Cops constantly fucking beat the shit out of them, tear gas them, used, like, less than lethal rounds directly to the fucking chest and face. Like, in just DC alone, for way less, they were beating the fuck out of journalists.
politics, because this could work very much in the other direction also, and all it takes is
Trump literally assassinated a guy who killed a Proud Boy with the marshals, and then flexed on it. He was like, yes, I set my shooters after him. I set my shooters after him. That's right. Wait, what the fuck? Oh, he's got a video. React to anytime.
Will you sue him for us?
Oh, we're gonna definitely sue him. We're gonna be a real pain in the ass.
I will never be afraid to challenge this illegitimate president.
We need to focus on Donald Trump. We need to follow his money.
What is fueling my soul right now is Trump.
Oh, this is a game.
I look forward to going into the office of Attorney General every day.
That's gonna be the next governor, ladies and gentlemen. That's gonna be the next governor of. That's gonna be the next governor of New York.
we have numerous like that. They got elected based on, they don't know anything about me. I don't even know
Oh,
who
she
the
already
hell she
dropped
is. I've
out?
never heard
Wait,
of her
really?
before. And they sue us on the basis
I did not know that.
They
No, she
run an
stepped down from the
election
race.
and
She's
they are
gonna-
vicious.
she's going
and
to stay on
it's
as
a very
Attorney General?
dangerous thing
Damn,
for
that's
our
why.
country, I can tell
I
you
did not know that.
And it can be reversed, and it might be reversed, and it shouldn't be reversed. It should never happen. The radical Democrat Party has spent years putting American lives in jeopardy through its extreme left-wing campaign to release dangerous...
Why are they mad at her? Like, she took down the NRA, boo, but like also she took down Andrew Cuomo, yay, right?
Charging a wide range of crime. They didn't go after left-wing...
It's just pretty funny because like they don't know anything about her.
All of the people that we just mentioned, they never went after
It's just the
them. They
Trump
just
tax
wouldn't
returns,
do it.
like
They went after police stations. They went after police. Nothing happened to them. I did a hell of a job. I'll tell you what, we passed legislation. Remember, they were knocking down statues and monuments all over the country. And I
Confederate
passed a
ones.
law that if you get caught doing that, you go to jail for 10 years, and there's no negotiating. And amazingly, it stopped. It stopped very quickly. And then I did something, I had to make a decision. Do we let the Democrats handle their cities and states, or do I go in with the military and do a job? And I left in military, screaming the military. And I left it to the Democrats, and frankly, at least now we know what not to do because they have done so badly. These Democrat-run cities, they are crime-ridden like we've never seen in the history of our country before. So now what we do is if there's a next time, we're going to do it differently. We had to do it this way the first time. We did the absolute right thing, but it showed what happened. You look at Chicago, you look at New York, the murder rates are at a level that nobody can believe. Chicago, I mean, they have a holiday, some July 4th and other holidays, and 83 people shot, 7 dead. I just told you that in Afghanistan, we went 18 months without one American soldier being shot or killed. And in Chicago, it's happening every day. Yet when it comes to January 6 defendants, most of whom are charged with nonviolent offenses, partisan Democrats have celebrated their indefinite detention without trial. These people are living in hell. These people are living in hell. Let them fight. Let them see their lawyers. Let them go out. They are being treated. They're being hounded like you hound the worst animal. What's going on is horrible in Washington. And also the jails are filthy, disgusting, dirty, and they're even being cited by the courts for being so horrible. They're brutal lockdowns. They're brutal. You take a look at what they've got.
Bro, you fucking put like 6 hogs in prison and all of a sudden Donald Trump is like a prison abolitionist. What is happening right now?
Let them use their lawyers. Let them go out and defend themselves. And if we think they're innocent, we should help them defend themselves. Remember when the Democrats went out and Kamala raising money for the people that were caught, but they didn't have a problem because so little happened. So it wasn't the same thing. These people are being persecuted. One defendant was allegedly viciously and savagely beaten, resulting in numerous broken bones in his face and a loss of sight permanently in one eye. And an out-of-control dope, a real dope. I watched this guy being interviewed. They wanted to protect him, so they wanted to keep him. He couldn't get on television fast enough. The guy who shot Ashley Babbitt for no reason.
Wait, is this
guy couldn't get on television fast enough. He's so proud of himself.
What was I telling you about last night?
Let's see how he could do without the protections that he got.
Awesome. I don't think.
And by the way, if that happened the other way around, they'd be calling.
I told Austin about the Prius bandit.
That's what they'd be calling.
The guy in the Prius that fucking ripperonied the GOP state senator
after
guy.
Nancy Pelosi and Adam Shifty Schiff, they go down to a shattering defeat. I hope they gotta lose. You know, she wants to move to Florida. I don't want her in Florida. She wants to move. They ruined California, so let's move to Florida. Hopefully they're going to go down to a big, beautiful defeat in November. You have to get out. Your state is so important. You got to get out and vote. We'll immediately begin our own investigations into what happened, what really happened, because this is being totally whitewashed.
Dude, they're treating like the January 6th prisoners like the fucking POWs of like the Korean War or something. You know how like they have the POW MIA, Korea War, like never forget, never forgive, that sort of thing. Like they literally are making it seem like they're fucking political prisoners by this like puppet
crowd
state.
That I knew was coming. And the reason I knew it, everybody that I knew was saying, I'm going on January 6th, everybody. And they never talk, by the way, they never talk about that crowd. They talk about the people
Is he
that
bragging
walked
about the
down
January 6th
to the Capitol.
crowd?
They don't talk about the size of that crowd. I believe it was the largest crowd I've ever spoken before. And they were there to protest the election. You were there, right? Am I right? I think it was the largest crowd.
It's the greatest insurrection.
And the fake news never talks about
It's the biggest insurrection, folks. No one has done an insurrection like this before.
Present at the Capitol complex on January 6th.
Oh my
were
God!
FBI confidential informants, agents, or otherwise working directly
Hey,
or
Democrats need to get
indirectly.
so much better at like
with
putting together
Bro,
fear ads.
he's saying FBI did it.
How about
Like,
the one guy? Go in, get in there, everybody. Eps.
Like,
Get
he's
in.
literally saying the crowd was awesome and they were all there for him. But then also they were so dumb that they got, agitated by an FBI guy.
Did any of these individuals play any role whatsoever improving or facilitating the events at the Capitol? That's what we want to know. And most
Dog, you did. One of the guys that literally is also one of the main facilitators of the events is there. Ali Alexander, the dude with the fucking major chin with the Habsburg jaw, the brown dude that was on the Tucker Carlson documentary. He's currently at that fucking rally right now. He was one of the facilitators. Also, Trump was one of the facilitators.
Why did you keep
And there's
bringing this up?
massive evidence that shows exactly what I'm talking about, and it's coming out rapidly, and it's come out and is coming out very big in the great state of Arizona also. The American people deserve answers. The January 6th rally was a protest against a crooked election carried out by unhinged Democrats, big tech, and working with the fake news media, all working together to defeat Republicans and your favorite president, me. And it was done in many cases without the necessary constitutional approval of state legislatures. You had these things changed by local politicians. In other words, how do we screw the Republicans? They didn't go back. The Constitution says you have to go back to the state legislatures, and many of them did, and they couldn't get the approval, and they did it anyway, which means it's unconstitutional. And many other problems. They did everything you could do. The real insurrection took place on Election Day, November 3rd. Never forget, the reason the Democrats and their media allies conduct all of these hoaxes and witch hunts is not because they think the American people are with them. It's because they know that the American people are actually against them. And they have to cheat because with open borders, no Second Amendment, a bad economy, highest ever inflation, sanctuary cities, a woke bunch of military leaders that don't know what the hell they're doing, an education system that's failed so badly and they don't want to go to the right system. They can't win without doing a lot of bad things. And that's why the radical Democrats are also currently waging an unprecedented attack on voting rights. You see that happening right now. Their scheme has always been to erase American votes with illegal votes, and now they are doing so openly. They want to get rid of that filibuster, and they want to change it. Their legislation is not a voting rights bill. It's a voting fraud bill. That's what it is. Sounds so nice. Voting rights, we want a voting rights bill. It's not that. You could also call it the, quote, never let a Republican ever get elected again bill. That's what it really is. The only reason they would ever seek to institute nationwide ballot harvesting and unsecured drop boxes is if they really wanted to flood the...
Bro, you are living out right now, dude. You have not cared about politics for like the past year, and you're just, you're living the fuck out,
I call them the
dude.
unlock boxes. A lot of things happen. A lot of big things are coming out about those boxes, and you're going to be seeing that. That's right, coming out of Georgia. That's true. The evidence of fraud is so overwhelming, starting right here in Arizona, where your Republican state senators had the courage, the great courage, to do a full forensic audit. And this was a really good audit of Maricopa County. And you know, you had a thing called findings. Oh, and they harassed these auditors. You wouldn't believe it. These poor people. They come in to do an audit. Their lives have been destroyed. But they've harassed them. So they say I lost the state of Arizona by 10,000 votes. And yet the auditors flagged more than... Well, listen to the... By the way, if I lost there, you don't have crowds like this. And again, you don't know what's going on back there. What's going on back there is further than the eye can see. That is...
he keeps repeating it, dude. He keeps repeating how big the fucking crowd is. Like I keep repeating the top of the hour ad break. You know what I mean?
Oh.
That's crazy that at the top of the hour there's a 60-second ad break, and you know it's coming. And if you want an ad-free broadcasting experience, like you're gonna have to subscribe.
23,344
For $5 or for
ballots
free with a Twitch
were
Prime. You
counted
know what I
despite
mean?
the person no longer living at that address. Little problem.
None of this is
5,000
true.
people appear to have voted in more than one count. Did not
Earlier
allowed
he
to
was-
do that. And 284,000, remember, they say I lost by 10. 284,412 ballot images were, quote, corrupt or missing. Other than that, it was a wonderful election. Congratulations. And then you listen to these people say, oh, everything was wonderful. You listen to the fake news saying how it was
Thank
so
you,
wonderful. The
LGBTQIA,
rhinos
and thank you,
on
Rose
the
Duran, for the
Maricopa
5
County Board, they are horrible. The commission even admitted under questioning in Congress from your great Congressman Andy Biggs. He's here someplace. That they had deleted. Listen, Andy went, they made their statement, you know, their typical statement. I was going to say a bad word, but I see some young, beautiful children up here. But they made, and I was also going to come in without the hat, but I said it's windy as hell here, and I don't want to screw up any visions of my wonderful hair. It's windy. They said, sir, if you want to have a lot of hair blown all over the place, don't wear your hat. I said, give me a hat, please. But Andy Biggs did a great job, and he was in Congress, and they read the statement, which was nonsense, and then he asked them a couple of basic questions, and they looked like a bunch of real dumb, unpatriotic, crooked people. They had deleted, he asked them, why had they deleted much of the data which was under subpoena? That's not a bad question. They couldn't answer it. Why? Why? Why did you delete everything? Why did you delete so much? They couldn't answer the question. They can only...
Bro, there is nothing in American history that has been disproven as many times as this. The fact that we are still entertaining it is fucking mind-boggling.
And by the way, he's
okay?
so terrible. And remember this. Immense evidence of fraud impacting tens and tens and tens of thousands of ballots has also been reported out of Pima County and other counties.
Is just insanely
Where we
hard to follow
weren't
him.
even
You understand
looking.
what
They
he's
weren't
saying?
even looking at people.
Yeah, it's because you got the China virus brain. That's why. That's right. You want President Xi to come here and lead this wonderful country, Jake and Bake Live, believe me.
That's right, Jake. I'm
Yeah.
a follower of your IRL streams. You spend a little too much time in China.
That's right. You like
too much time.
You keep saying you want high-speed rail. That's communist, believe me.
Little too much in time in China.
Yeah, only patriotic Americans with the right kinds of bones can understand what the president's saying.
Do his job.
I know
All we want
Jake
him
and
to
Bake,
do is
and I
his
know he
job.
knows President Xi.
Well,
He knows
he's
him
gotta
very
move
well,
quickly.
folks.
I would say that. We've all been waiting a long time. I understand what you're saying, but to take appropriate action, along with the state legislature regarding what we call the big steal. It was a big
Jake
corrupt
Xi, I
steal.
call him Jake Xi.
And hopefully the Attorney
Jake
General and your state
Jinping.
legislatures will be smart and fair
Jake Xi
and
Jinping.
decisive and let the world know what the hell happened in Arizona, because it's happening in other states right now, even at a level maybe beyond Arizona. Our elections have to be decided. We have to be decided by legal votes only. Legal votes only. And that's the only way we save our country and we save our democracy. More
means
evidence is
only
coming.
votes that are
and it's
casted
coming
towards them are the
very,
ones that count.
very fast. In Georgia, the Secretary of State is now really looking at an investigation that I think is going to be a bombshell.
Thank you,
And
Swamp
supposedly it's on tape, it's on camera,
Bro,
and
what
we'll
are
see
you
what
doing
happens.
with that,
but
bro?
I just need
they
someone
have
to put my
illegal
feet on.
ballot
Just play with the other
harvesting
thing
at a
instead of
level
the
that
water
nobody
that I
could
will
even
be
believe
drinking
possible. So we're going to
soon.
see what happens in Georgia, but it's far.
Bro, there's bottles of water down there, and Austin has just been massaging his feet with the bottle of water that I will be drinking out of.
necessary
Okay.
to win the state of
That's fake
Arizona.
news.
And in Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, and other states, many things are likewise happening, and they're happening fast, and the people are very angry. And I'm talking about political people, politicians, they got duped, and now they're finding out
You're a
what happened.
politician.
The people have to be free
No, he's the great
to
eater.
find the answers
doesn't work
to
anymore.
a very corrupt election.
He
and
was
if
the
not,
swamp.
they will never trust again, and our country will be absolutely decimated. Weak Republicans who fail to recognize election fraud and, frankly, open borders and all of the other things they are doing now to destroy our country, they're going to be losing elections at a level that nobody thought possible, because the people of our country understand, in many cases, much better than the politicians. The same people who have been lying about everything for 4 years claim 2020 was the most secure election in history. Give me a break. Give me a break. Those are bad people. I watch them on television. All you have to do is just look at the files. The numbers that are coming out are astronomical, despite the fact that they themselves spent years claiming our elections were so vulnerable. You know, a lot of the people that are talking about how honest they are people that throughout years have been saying how corrupt our elections are. But this one was the beauty, because this one used all of the mail-in phony votes and all of the things that happened to cheat. When Republicans get the chance, we must act immediately to pass voter ID, citizenship residency. We need confirmation of that. We have people coming in, we have no idea where the hell they come from. And take a look at California as an example. No more unmanned and unsecured drop boxes, and no more ballot harvesting, which is illegal. And they did it at levels that nobody can believe. We must return to the historical norm of voting in person on election day, unless you have a valid reason to vote absentee, like you're in the military,
Or you have COVID, or there's
very
a
sick.
pandemic. There's a raging pandemic, maybe. Maybe that would be a reason why we would vote by mail.
I mean, even then, like, who cares? Just fucking allow voting by mail. Old people do it all the goddamn time. It's so fucking stupid.
Or you're the entire state of
Again.
Oregon or Florida.
Yeah, there's plenty of states where you can do it. It's fucking bullshit that we don't do it. It doesn't have to
A
be
note
COVID.
from the doctor. But same-day voting, and you'll be surprised to hear this, paper ballots.
Trump
Paper
voted by
ballots.
mail.
The good old-fashioned way. You know, there are a lot of countries that use paper ballots. They don't have the problems that we have. They don't have names going in. Let's see, I'm going to vote for Trump, but it comes out for Biden. They don't have those little problems. No, paper ballots and same-day voting. And a Republican Congress should conduct a forensic audit. And we have to get rid of Mitch McConnell, by the way, just in case. A forensic audit into the hundreds of millions of dollars that Mark Zuckerberg dumped into local election offices. And you take a look at what he's done. You just take a look at what they did. He put in 417. You know, if you spend more than $5,600, they put you in jail. This guy spent $417 million, and most of it went to the Democrats, almost all of it, and nothing happens. But to make these critical reforms between now and the time that's so important to make them, we have to act, and we have to act fast, and we have to act strong. Our country is going to be bigger and better and stronger than ever before. We're going to stage a comeback, the likes of which nobody has ever seen. We need every one of you to pour out your heart and soul into ensuring the radical Democrats go down in a midterm defeat so crushing they cannot steal it or corrupt it, starting with your ultra left-wing senator here in Arizona, Mark Kelly, who only fights to allow your border to remain open and an open cesspool of illegal immigrants that are pouring into Arizona on a daily basis. He is a disaster who supports H.R. 1 and all the Democrats' corrupt schemes to destroy election integrity nationwide. He's a disaster. And you have some great people running, and I'll be making an endorsement at the right time, I'll tell you that. But we'll be making an endorsement, and amid the worst border crisis in history, Kelly's voted repeatedly for open borders in Arizona. How the hell did you elect this guy?
Where was there an open border, like, event or legislation to vote for? Like, when did
Mexico
what is he
against
saying?
deporting
This is the funniest part about Donald Trump's rhetoric is that it's just like,
and we have some angel
like
moms
he's on a
with us
different
today,
universe,
and I think
dude.
they
Like,
are the
as those
greatest
Democrats are constantly putting forward open
40
borders
years ago,
legislation.
These are the greatest people. What they
And bald
how
fuck
they
Mark
have
Kelly is
suffered.
like, yeah, let's do it. I love being an astronaut and also voting for the open
Story
borders
on
policy.
mass amnesty, sanctuary cities, and stimulus checks for illegal immigrants that you pay for. You know, you're paying for all of this. You know,
I mean, to
illegal
be fair,
immigrants
I
now
forgot. I
are
forgot that,
being
like,
treated
you know,
better than
homie just straight up
veterans.
lies. Okay, I did forget about this because I haven't seen him in a long time.
Being given educations,
Um,
and the veterans
but
are
also,
being
like,
given
it's kind of
nothing.
wild that he's not even trying. He's just like,
Crazy.
he said white people are getting pushed to the back of the line in New York for COVID treatment. Like, that's,
Democrats,
I've never heard that.
socialists spending and really of driving runaway inflation, and he's driving it through the roof. And by the way, I have teleprompters that are moving all over the hell of them. And it seems the thing they like the best is when we just get off those damn things and talk right straight from the heart. You ever read a teleprompter where it's waving like you're on a ship and you're starting to get seasick as you talk? Good job of tying up those teleprompters, fella. I'm stuck up here with 55,000 people or something, and I got a teleprompter that's useless. Useless.
because you can't
Good
see
job,
because you're an old
fellas.
fuck.
Look at the wind. Look at those flags. Look at those flags. What a beautiful sight in one way, but in another way you say, man, it's windy. Less than 10 months from now, Arizona is going to send the ultra-leftist Mark Kelly out of Washington in disgrace. And you're going to send a proud and tough Republican patriot to the U.S. Senate to make America great again. You know, we made America great, and I was going to use that. I had a wonderful theme. It was Keep America Great, but I can't use that anymore. Keep America Great, because frankly, whether you like it or not, and some people won't like, America is not great now. We're a laughing stock all over the world. And you know, I really think the borders are a horror show, but I really think that the Afghan withdrawal, the way they did it so incompetently with moving the military out first, leaving thousands of people as hostages, leaving that equipment, I really think that the Afghan withdrawal did more to hurt our country than any single event that I've ever seen. And I think maybe it's the most embarrassing moment in the history of our country. This November, you're also going to elect an outstanding new governor. And I'll tell you, you better do a good job, Carrie. I'll come here. I will not be nice. If she doesn't do a great job, I'll say, Carrie, I don't like you anymore. But I don't think we have to worry about it. I don't think we have to. But Carrie will be a warrior for the people of Arizona. She'll be strong on the border, tough on crime. She's very tough on crime and very strong on the border. And always support our amazing veterans. You know, the Trump administration had a 92% approval rating with respect to the vets. It's the highest by 32 points. You know, for years I'd be turning on the television or watching the news. It was more real then. Perhaps it was fake also. I don't know. But it was more real. And all you'd see would be how badly veterans are treated. You'd see it happen so often. If you
in a big
just
way.
take a look, you haven't seen that in years.
I'm a lip.
What does that have?
My people did an
Make America
unbelievable
great
job in so many ways, rebuilding the military and everything else. But my people did a great job
I
on
would like to
taking
announce
care
my,
of our vets. What we
I
did
am
was
now
incredible.
a liberal again.
You know, we had legislation passed where if you're a vet and you can't
got a
get
big one.
good service,
I
you
was-
go
I
to a
was starting
local
to
doctor
drift
and
to
we pay for
independence, and
it.
then now
That
I'm-
saved so many veterans.
Murat.
Carrie will stop
You don't know me with
radical
me.
indoctrination
Yes,
in
come
our
on,
children's schools. Most of all, Carrie
wish
will
I could
be a
speak like
tireless
this. That'd be so
champion
badass.
for election integrity. I really think she's going to be incredible for
so
election
fucking cool,
integrity.
man.
That's,
Like, I just
I think
wish I
it's
could
almost
speak
her
in
number one issue.
Yeah.
She's not happy when she sees this happen, and the
And then he
people
said
in this incredible crowd aren't happy. We're pleased to be joined tonight by many great Republican leaders. We have some great ones. I already mentioned a man that was so incredible on
Right
this
side broadcasting,
election
baby.
situation.
157,000
Senators came and they
people
said,
watching.
wow, we heard this.
With 40,000 on our end.
Because the
Just
right
patriots
man
all
asked
around.
the right question. And he's Congressman Andy Biggs, and he's a great guy. Andy, where's Andy? Where are you, Andy?
Absolutely.
Where's Andy? Thank you. Thank you. He's a great guy. Thank you. Paul Gosar. Paul.
I know.
The reason why I'm not talking is because I was partially also compilating like fucking tweets of right
He's
wingers.
tough. That I can tell you, he's tough. And a woman I've really gotten to know and respect.
Did he mention
and
DeSantis?
A woman that fought like hell on impeachment hoax number
Wait.
1 and impeachment hoax number 2. Debbie Lesko. Debbie. Debbie.
He's kind of losing. He's kind of.
Thank you,
lost it
Debbie.
A little bit now.
It was good having her on
He
my
repeats,
side, I
he
can tell
rambles
you.
on
Thank
a
you.
lot,
Having
he
them all on my side.
recycles
I thought he was
content.
gonna fucking shit
Andy.
on DeSantis.
Another woman
I
who's been
told-
with me from the beginning.
I told
Kelly
the mods
Townsend, who I
to
hear
put
will
a
be
gamba
running
up for whether or not
Congress,
he was
and
gonna
she
shit on
will be
DeSantis or not.
incredible. Kelly, wherever you may be. Good
I'll be
luck.
honest. I think he's gonna. I'm not as confident he's gonna win in 2020.
And I hear we have
How?
at least one of our
just
U.S.
think,
Senate
you know,
candidates,
we're
and
gonna
a very
find
successful
somebody
guy,
else.
a really terrific guy, Blake Masters. Blake, where's Blake?
Hey,
Thank you.
all
Thank
I'm
you,
saying,
Blake.
let the
Thank
record
you.
show I accurately predicted the 2020
State
election when
senators.
Hassan thought Trump would win
Oh, this one. She's so great.
Yeah, you said you thought Trump
Wendy
was gonna get it.
Rogers.
Not after COVID.
No. I accurately predicted
Thank
it
you,
2
Wendy.
years before.
Thank you. Thank you.
You
Sonny
mean before
Borelli.
COVID?
Yes.
Sonny Borelli.
Before a deadly disease that crippled the American economy, stopped the entire world, and stopped trade in general, and literally killed millions of people on the planet. That's how you protect. That's when you predicted the election.
I did.
And Karen Fan has
And
been
hey, you know
absolutely
what? I was
terrific.
right.
And we want to thank Karen Fan. And a future state senator, Anthony Kern, and his
You're
wife,
insane.
Katie,
I am
are here.
currently
Thank you, Anthony,
1 for 2 on elections.
You're insane.
for being here. A woman who's done an incredible job, and she's just starting
I
the
voted
fight.
for winning presidents.
But she's winning the fight.
2 out of 3 times.
Arizona GOP Chair
I can't
Kelly
see
Ward. Thank
what
you,
the
Kelly.
gamba is. It's not coming out.
Thank you, Kelly. Thanks, Kelly. Great job. Pinal County Sheriff. This guy's central casting, I got to tell you. I met him. I said, if we're doing a movie on sheriffs, I'm picking you to the lead. Sheriff Mark Lamb. Thank you. Hey,
Oh, they love him. They love him more than anybody else.
he's popular.
I think Bernie's going to run.
Yeah, someone in the chat just fucking clapped your ass cheek. Said, remember when he predicted blue
Sheriff, would you like
Texas?
to run for
Okay,
another
look.
office? I think it's-
I didn't predict blue Texas.
You literally did. You
Thank you
did,
for
and you
everything.
tried to. You tried your best to get.
Hey, look. All
And,
I'm
hey,
saying
Sheriff,
is
it true?
all
These
I'm saying
cars
is
went back
Texas is
20,
looking
25
pretty purple.
miles. You've never seen one like this, have you? Thank you. It's all online, and it is online too. Thanks, Sheriff. He's a popular guy.
What'd this guy do? Did he
We
like
have a
kill a
man
bunch
from
of black
Texas
people or
with-
something? Why do they love him so much?
Like you haven't seen before. Attorney General, and he's got some very good poll numbers, I have to tell you. I just saw him today. Ken Paxton. Ken. Thanks, Ken. He's a fantastic
Texas
guy.
is going blue in
A woman who's
2024.
been
You
with
watch.
me right from the beginning, and she's been great on criminal justice reform and helping us in so many ways, Alveda King. Alveda. Thank you.
Michelle Obama's going to win the 2020.
And Pam Bondi. Where is Pam? I saw Pam here. Pam Bondi. Pam Bondi is great. She was the Attorney General of Florida for a long time.
The thing is you guys all give me shit about Michelle Obama, but you would all be voting for her, all of you.
She was just an
every single one of you.
person.
Every single one of you would be voting for Michelle Obama.
And a man named Charlie Kirk. Do you know Charlie?
Dude, Pam Bondi.
Where's
I knew it. I
Charlie?
was like, why do I know that name? Because she's hot. That's why.
What a job
did you
he's
guys
done.
vote
You
for
know, he
Joe
looks
Biden?
like
Did you?
A little bit older, but I heard the other day
nobody
how
voted.
young.
I didn't vote
can't
for Joe
believe
Biden.
how young you are.
Yeah, no, I voted for Donald Trump.
And a person that I know you've never heard of because he doesn't believe in advertising. He hates
That's one of my wiki
advertising.
facts on my wiki page is Austin
Mike
voted for Joe
Lindell.
Biden in the 2020 election.
The Pillow Man. Where's Mike?
The wiki facts are Austin's a Minnesota Vikings fan, Austin voted for Joe Biden, and Austin's gay. Those are my wiki
Thank
facts.
you, Mike. I always say
Hey,
Mike is the
it's Michael
single
Pillow.
greatest
Let's go.
purchaser
All
of
right,
ads in
everybody
history.
knows.
I don't know
300
what deal
million
you make,
Americans
but
need to go
you
to
can
jail for
negotiate my
illegally voting in
advertising.
the election against Donald
He's a
Trump.
great man, a great gentleman. Another one who's a real fighter, a lawyer, tough
Oh,
and
and
smart,
Michael
working on a
Pillow.
lot of different things.
Leader of the Pillow
Boris, now, most people
Clan.
call him Epstein, but I call him Boris Epstein because that's the way Epstein,
What?
which is where the way they say it in his original country, and he's been incredible and a fighter. Boris.
Bro, remember when people said Jeremy Corbyn was an anti-Semite because he said Jeffrey
Boris
Epstein?
Epstein. Ambassador Rick Grinnell, one of the greats. He's one of the greatest people.
They said
One of the
that
greatest
Jeremy
people.
Corbyn
Thanks, Rick.
was anti-Semitic because
What
he
a
said
great
Jeffrey
job. He went in
Epstein.
there, I tell you what. He was the ambassador to Germany, and when I took him out, the happiest woman in the world was Angela Merkel. He was so, you know why? Because he was pro-America. It's called Make America Great Again. It's called America First. And Rick Grinnell was fantastic, and he did a great job after that. We brought him back. He was so good, we brought him back. I said, I want to have him in our country. And the next Arizona Secretary of State, a man who's tough and smart and loves our country, a man who you must get elected along with Kerry. You have to get him. Mark.
No, I'm not saying that. I don't think saying Einstein or Epstein fucking
get to the
means
bottom
you're
of
anti-Semitic for the
everything.
record.
Think you'll get to the
I'm
bottom
Turkish.
of
We say Einstein as well.
I
So.
don't think so. He will. You got to work hard for him. He's a patriot. And thanks also to the many supporters of Arizona Life Coalition. You know, you got a big setback with this election like you never thought possible, but to the Arizona Life Coalition, I want to thank you very much for being here, and you'll be back where you want to be in hopefully a short period of time. Please stand up. Thank you. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. In less than 1 year, Joe Biden and the radical Democrats have brought our country to the brink of ruin. And all I can tell you is the people that are telling the truth in America, like One America News, are being threatened. Does everybody like I love
Bro, you
One
are
America.
straight up not watching.
I was just looking at poll numbers.
By the way, these cameras,
such a
you know, they're
liar.
back there. They're covering
he
this.
was.
They don't like hearing the stuff I'm saying.
Bro, Austin
I
is
just see
looking
the-
at 538 poll numbers, dude. What election?
I'm just looking here at.
Bro, you are just insane, dude. You're such a lib. It is wild to me.
But you know what? One America News has done a great job. And here's the story. What just happened.
I was looking at my poll numbers. No, I was looking at my quote tweets of me saying I want to debate or have a discussion with Jordan Peterson, and so many right wingers are like losing their shit, saying that like, you know, I'm gonna ambush him or something. It's like, bro, what happened? You guys don't think you're greatest fucking you guys don't think Jordan Peterson could fucking own me, a dumb himbo, in the marketplace of ideas? Like, are you fucking insane? What an insane admission. Like, me and Ethan, we're both idiots. Really? Like, Jordan Peterson, the smartest man in the universe, is not going to be able to fucking absolutely whip both me and Ethan Klein into submission? What the fuck?
You may be, but these are patriots. These are great, great men. Where are you? What people? Thank you very much. Thank you, Robert. Thank you very much. So I don't know what this is. This is horrible. This is a great network. These are great people. I watch it all the time, and you really get the truth. And they want to cancel them now because of politics, for purely political reasons. It's a disgrace what's going on. But I don't think the people are going to stand for it, especially with One America News. The job you've done, you really should be commended, both you and Robert. Thank you, Charles. Thank you, Robert. They said, please don't mention the word boycott, so I won't mention it. I'm not going to use the word boycott. I will not say boycott AT&T, because I promised Robert I will not do it. So I will not say boycott them. Don't lose hope. Don't lose hope. Our country will be great again, and with your help, we will again be putting America first, and very soon, because we're not putting America first anymore. When we knock down and when we do what we did with the Russian pipeline, how about this? I end the Russian pipeline in Europe, and then I hear Trump is soft on Russia. It's the biggest thing they've ever done, and the sanctions and everything else. And then Biden comes in his first week, he approves the Russian pipeline. I ended it. And now they're going to be selling energy all over Europe. When Republicans take it, and then they say Biden is tough on Russia. Biden is not tough on Russia. Biden's not, he's only tough on Republicans, and that's not him. That's the cabal that surrounds him. When Republicans take control of Congress, one of our very top priorities will be to stop the flood of illegal aliens across our southern border. Under my administration, with the help of two great men, these are great men, Tom Homan, did you ever hear of Tom Homan? You never want to get in a fight with Tom Homan. And Mark Morgan, these are two great men, and they had help from others. We did such a job on the border. They knew exactly what they were doing, and we did that job. And as I said before, we had the greatest and most secure border in U.S. history. All Biden had to do is go to the beach. Just go to the beach. We had a policy, stay in Mexico. You don't have to know what it is, but makes sense. We ended catch and release. We ended asylum fraud. We struck breakthrough agreements with Mexico and Central American countries. I ended payments to all of these countries because they weren't behaving at all. They were sending us their prisoners. They were sending us a lot of bad people. I said, how much money do we give to El Salvador? How much money do we give to these countries? How much money are we giving to various, including Mexico?
Quarter Pounder and Ian Miles Wrong are fucking like scared on behalf of Jordan Peterson. It's very weird.
And you know, remember, he gave us 28,000 soldiers while we were building the wall. That's why we had such great numbers. Even with 28,000 soldiers for nothing, we paid nothing. Now, I did say that if you don't give them to us, we're going to put tariffs on the cars coming in, but we don't have to go into that. We expedited removals and deported dangerous criminal aliens by the thousands. And we built nearly 500 miles of border wall. 3 weeks it would have been finished. In 3 weeks. And it took 2.5 years to get started because they had all of these lawsuits, 11 of them. We won every one of them. But we had 11 lawsuits brought by Nancy Pelosi, mostly in Congress. And we built almost 500 miles of wall. And we built in Arizona 225 miles right here. And your senator, by the way, I think he's going to want to take them down. Let's take down the wall. And these walls are tough. These are exactly what they wanted. I went to Homan, I went to Mark Morgan, and I said, what do you want exactly? And they brought all of the Border Patrol people up to Washington, and we had a meeting, and we got the wall. They wanted everything. They wanted steel and concrete. They wanted rebar. They wanted wires going through all parts of the wall so they can hook up high technology. We gave them everything. Joe Biden took this unprecedented success and he made it the greatest border calamity in the history, I think, of the world. I don't think there's a worse border in the world. I don't care if it's a third world or fourth world country. There is no border so bad as the border we have. We went from the best border we've ever had in a period of 1 year to the worst border we've ever had. Over 2 million
They're not even
illegal
cheering.
aliens have trespassed across
They're
our
bored.
borders.
They're
but
fucking
that's
done,
also
dude.
Look
a
at
fake
everybody looking
number
around
given by the
back here.
press
They're
and
bored.
others.
Yeah, this is weak.
Because the number, I
This is
think, could be 10
Boo.
times
This is
that
weak.
amount.
You
I
suck.
think
Someone
we're
should
talking
start- someone
about
should start booing
tens
him.
of
Boo.
millions of people are pouring into
That's
this
what I'm
country.
saying. He's
We see certain people
Look at
and
the
we sort of
crowd.
mark it down. Well, that's
Talk about the
number,
crowd
but it's
again.
not. I think we have tens of millions of people.
He's kind of losing
and
it.
these are
It's
not
kind of like
necessarily
this is a
people that we
limp
want in
dick
our
speech.
country.
Yeah, he's like, he needs to say, let's go, Brandon. He needs to start new drama by, like, I don't know, threatening to kill, like, Nancy Pelosi or something. And then, like, everyone says, like, that's crazy that he said that, how fucked up. And then he could be like, I didn't mean literally, lying fake news media. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, I don't know why he's fucking falling off so hard.
Well, this is what I'm saying. I
He
think
needs to say, like, let's go, Brandon.
Smugglers, human traffickers, and very vicious criminal cartels. What the criminal cartels are doing to women and children.
This is what happened to Muhammad Ali in Baki Hanma, when you know, Muhammad Ali, the Muhammad Ali character, was almost about to perfect Muhammad Ali Kempo, okay, the greatest the greatest boxing strategy of all time. But then because he refused to fight in the Vietnam War, he was decommissioned and he was not able to fight, okay, for 3 years. And that, therefore, he was not able to perfect the Muhammad Ali Kempo for that reason. Okay? That's just what's going on right now. Trump decommissioned after January 6th, after he got owned by Twitter fake news media. Okay? And now he's off his two-step. His game is off. He doesn't know how to fucking do it. Yeah. Joe Bastianich would say, Trump, have you peaked? That's what he would say, and then he would turn around and cock his head back.
Protected is crazy. It's what the hell are they thinking? Thereby ending the whole concept of sanctuary cities, and we did a lot of it, but we didn't quite. The clock ran out unexpectedly. In addition to Biden's border disaster, there's also the Afghanistan disaster, the single greatest foreign policy humiliation in American history. And because of Joe Biden's utter incompetence, and really the military leaders, some of whom I know, their gross incompetence, you look at the numbers of people killed and the
Look at how
equipment and
bored
everything
everybody
that
looks in the
happened.
back.
Because we could talk about it all night long, and the fake news won't talk about it at all.
The
We
numbers
took in
haven't
tens
diminished,
of
though. People are still
thousands
watching
of
at home.
Totally unvetted people. We have no idea where the hell they
look
come
at
from,
look at people drifting.
what their ideology is. And by the way, I want to wish our best wishes and good luck and Godspeed to the hostages right now in Texas, taking place right now.
Oh my God, the
Probably
crowd
heard
is
about
thinning.
It just happened. Hostages in Texas. Not a good situation. You'll see what happens, and you'll see who it is that's holding so dangerously those hostages. I think I have a pretty good idea. So far, not a single member of the administration has yet been fired for Afghanistan. You know, normally when something like that happens, you fire the general.
This sucks. Like, I'm actually bored. He started with 300,000 viewers. No shot. Are you serious? He kind of fell off. Plus, he's white, plus ratio, you know? He's got no content. Put Masterchef back on. Yeah, I might go back to Masterchef, but you know who else fell off? CNN, motherfucker. That's what I was trying to show you. According to a Fox News report, CNN's ratings are down 90% year over year, dude. 90 fucking percent. Last year, in the first week of 2020, they averaged 548,000 viewers, down from 2.7 million in 2021. Now, of course, in 2021, when CNN got those ratings, it was January 6th, right? Obviously. But that jump off is insane. That jump off is actually fucking insane, dude. Imagine if you got 4K viewers next year. Yeah, like they're washed, bro. They're fucking dying. They're the lying and dying fake news media. He's about to finish? No, he's not. You're lying.
Red wave is going to begin right here in Arizona, and it's going to sweep across this country, and it's going to wash hundreds and hundreds and thousands of Democrat socialists out of office with an unstoppable surge of Republican patriots, and they're going to be doing it. You're going to be heading.
I'm not gonna lie, considering how fucking how this community has continued to grow, even on the off season when there's like not a lot of people interested in politics. This midterms he's gonna be fucking insane, dude. Get ready, boys. Strap on for the fucking ride. I think he's gonna be a wild one, okay? I mean, dude, we have 40,000 people in here every day.
We are going
Like,
to take back the
we're hitting fucking Steven Crowder numbers on Twitch. 40,000 for Twitch is like 100,000 for YouTube, so.
Families, fair trade for American workers, and more American factories forging more products stamped with those very, very beautiful words.
I don't even know what it'll
made
go
in the
to on
USA.
like primary nights and shit.
We will shut down Joe Biden's border disaster. We will again end catch and release. We will quickly complete the border wall very quickly, very fast. We will end chain migration. We will make sure that these people that are
80K
illegally
daily?
admitted to
I
our
don't know,
country
man. I think maybe
have to
200K
share.
daily.
If they're staying, they have to share our values. They have to love our country. They cannot blow up our country. They have to love our country. They have to love our people. We will hold China accountable for unleashing the virus and charge them trillions of dollars for the damage and suffering
We'll send them
they
a
have
bill,
caused
folks.
us. But look at what they've done to the world, what they have done to the world. We will break up big tech and restore the right to free speech in America.
Thanks to us,
We will
right, Streamer Man?
protect
Yes.
innocent life. We will defend our Constitution. We will defend the Second Amendment. We will proudly uphold the Judeo-Christian
If you want to
values
gain
and
more fans,
principles
be more
of our-
moderate to appeal to both sides, suck my fucking dick, bitch. You've been here for 14 months. If anything, I will keep hammering both sides from the left.
on violent criminals, and we will give our police officers our
As if I'm gonna fucking change my
100%
political opinions to
support.
win a larger
There will
audience,
be
dude.
no defunding of our law enforcement in any way,
I mean, I know he's joking.
shape, or form. We will ban critical race theory in our classrooms. We will ban it in our military. We will ban it from our workplaces. And we will ban
Wait,
it
what?
from our federal, state, and local.
For the record, that's quite literally
We will
fucking
restore
censorship.
patriotic education to our schools.
I mean,
and we will
homie,
teach
homie is actually saying like, no, actually, I want to censor. I want to like
their
really do
history
government
and
censorship.
to always respect our great American flag.
Except when we fucking plaster an eagle
And
or
we
turn
will
it blue
ban
or
men from
whatever.
participating in women's sports.
That's the big boys. Boys! There's like
Did you see
3
this-
trans female athletes in high school, and we're banning them. Like, can you imagine? Let's say 20,000 to 50,000 people got together here in Arizona. There's like 4 trans female athletes in high school total. And that's what they're cheering for. That's your fucking big goal for your you know, that's your big rallying cry, dude. Really? 4 trans like track athletes? Really? Insane.
They put up an ounce, a little ounce on each side, an ounce. But the record stood for 11 years. This weightlifter comes along. He didn't even lift weights before. Bing, bing, bing.
Bing, bing.
Broke it by numbers that you wouldn't even believe. How ridiculous
Bing bong.
is it? And it's so unfair to women. It's so unfair to women.
He never used to talk about
Our MAGA
transphobia
movement is
or
by far
transphobia.
the greatest political
he's
movement
just
in
like
the history of our
he's out of
country. There's
content.
never been anything
Just
like
straight out of content.
And even the fake news doesn't dispute it. I say it all the time, and the fake news can't dispute it. That's a lot of fake news back there, too. Considering they can't stand me, that's a lot of news. They are just You know, you could save America. You could save America. But it's all about America first, great schools, good jobs, strong military, growing economy, and pride in our country. That's all we want. Together, we're standing up against some of the most sinister forces, entrenched interests, and corrupt opponents that anyone on our shores has ever seen before. But no matter how big or powerful the opposition may be, you must never forget our nation does not belong to them. Our nation belongs to you. Belongs to you. And it belongs to you, Christina. This is your home. This is your heritage. And our magnificent American liberty is your God-given right. From Phoenix to Tombstone, from Flagstaff to Florence, from Mesa to Yuma to the Red Rocks of Sedona, we stand on the shoulders of red-blooded American patriots who poured out their heart, sweat, and soul for our country and for our freedom. This great state was settled by some of the toughest men and strongest women ever to walk the face of the earth. Arizona is where Wyatt Earp and Doc Holliday, they were tough, became American legends. It's where the great American West became the American dream. And Arizona is the state where generations of pioneers and prospectors, miners and ranchers, cowboys and cattle hands, marshals and lawmen, tamed the frontier, braved the blazing sun, and showed the entire world how the West was won. So big, so important. They gave everything they had to make America into the greatest country in the history of the world, and we will never let any socialist or communist movement take that away from us. There is no mountain we cannot climb. There is no summit we cannot reach. There is no challenge we cannot meet. There is no victory we cannot have, as long as we remember that we are strong and proud and mighty Americans with faith in our hearts, grit in our souls, and courage in our veins. And that's what you have. We are the Americans who will make America great again. We are going to make America great again. We had already done it, and now we're going to have to do it again.
Boo! You
suck. We will not bend. We will not break.
Boo!
We will not yield. We will never give in. We will never give up. We will never back down. We will stand proudly for our flag, and we will start talking about greatness for our country again. My fellow Americans, make America great again, and all that represents, and it has only just begun. We have only just begun. Because we are one movement, one people, one family, and one glorious nation under God. And together, we will make America powerful again.
No, we're not.
We will make America wealthy again. We will make America strong again. We will make America proud again.
Proud again, folks.
We will make America safe again.
That's right.
We will make America united again. And we will make America great again.
Folks.
Thank you, Arizona. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, folks.
Wait, should I mute this? This is a song.
And then they come. So good though. Fuck.
YMCA. Is that what's playing?
No, it's hold on, I'm coming. Hold on, I'm coming.
All right. So that was whack as fuck. Those are my thoughts on this, okay? My thoughts on this particular subject are that Donald Trump has fell off, plus he's white plus ratio. He's really fucking weak. He needs to find his groove again, okay? He needs to make America great again, but before he makes America great, he needs to find his fucking groove. Because right now, if we're being real, if we're keeping it 100, if we're keeping it a P, okay? This was not very P, okay? It was not. Trump, not great.
I thought
great.
it sucked.
Fucking fell off.
Thought
Boring.
he hit a lot of the same points. Peddled election, fake election.
He just
fraud.
kept repeating the same bullshit over and over and over again, and it was kind of fucking boring. I think Joe Biden is so boring that he's able to destroy Donald Trump by being like the most boring man in America. It's like not entertaining to fucking talk about him, you know? Like it's just not fun because he's dead. It's like beating a carcass. I'm serious.
It's so true.
It's fucking crazy. Oh my god. Ew, look at this, look at this, look at this. Look. Oh, ew. Ew, yuck. Okay. We're gonna get back to MasterChef, obviously, what really matters. But before I do that, I want to fucking address some shit, okay?